All right, Bill Bassett here with Drew Blogs. The guys look good. You got 2 in the finals right now.
Yeah, so feeling good, really good. I think it all stemmed off of the warm-up was great this morning.
Yeah.
The Conti guys all battled back through. They were all winning good matches down below, and I think I fired Bo and Jax up for their matches. And they feed off of each other. They're brothers. They're around each other so much. It's unbelievable. So, when one's up, they're all up, and one's down, they're all down. So, I mean, they caught a lot of momentum. So
that Jax match, I was asking him how were you guys in the corner when he was trailing and he had to choose top?
Yeah, it was. It's important just to make sure he refocuses, and he does a really good job with that. Jax is as mentally tough as they come.
Yeah.
He was able to refocus and just he knew what he had to do. He got down early, but Jax is an amazing wrestler. He's an amazing person. So he battled back and he kept his composure, and Jax will get it done.
How do you guys? Is there something special that you guys teach there that to help them regroup after matches or in the middle of a match like that? There he is, right there. There he is.
We spend a lot of time on that every day. Not only are we working wrestling and working strength, but we're working at the mental game as well, and I think it's super important. A lot of people don't put a lot of time and effort into that, and we do. We think it's extremely important. So
absolutely. Well, hey, I'm gonna grab Bo now.
Let's get it.
Appreciate it. Bo Bassett, man, you got it done. You went out there and literally just picked them apart piece by piece. You got out to your offense, and the minute you got a takedown, you were cutting them. Was that something that you had the game plan, or you didn't want to try and get any turns, or you just wanted to put up the points?
Well, I know he's from Blair, and Blair has a history of being able to wrestle hard and just hard wrestling, tough wrestling. So for me, I knew I had to kind of take that up a notch and kind of show him what hard wrestling is.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was fun. That dude's tough. I have a lot of respect for him. He came in. I mean, leads with his head. That's a style that we like. So just going at it and trying to break the other guy. So a lot of respect for him. But as far as cutting him, that's just something I hear my coaches say, cut him. I normally go right to it. And so for my dad, he tells us we got to kind of wear him down sometimes in higher level matches before we get the turns. But I was glad to get, I think, 1 or 2 turns, and so that was good. But I like to try to break him as much as I can.
Absolutely. You completely broke him with those takedowns and your constant pressure. I'm sitting there along the side and go Hiocast. Zeb Miller's going like, oh my goodness, the pace is unreal. Where do you get that pace from, Bo?
The room. I mean, I've said this in a couple interviews. My dad runs the hardest practice there is. For me, there's no harder practice than that. And so when you mix that tough practice, right, I mean, it's wild. It's really hard, and it sets you up for matches. But when you mix that with the partners I have, I'm in the greatest spot I can be, and it's all because of God. So.
Yeah, and what do you have to say? People say that they don't think that you're sweating or you're breaking or that you're not breathing hard out there. What do you say to those people that don't think you're breathing harder? That maybe that you're like a superhuman or something. Sort?
Well, I mean, this is how we train. Like I said, man, these practices that we're doing at home are unbelievable. I mean, two matches today, 4 or 5 yesterday is absolutely nothing compared to what we do at home. So I'm trained to go at a super high pace, super high level for a long time. So for me, it's kind of easier than when we're training at home. So I think I'm feeling it a little bit, but I don't show it. I kind of try to stay.
And how exciting is that for you to come right after Jax gets a big win over JJ? How big is that for you coming up next to fire you up?
Well, I was really fired up, and I know you're supposed to try to stay, not think about it, but man, when he does something like that, gets that turn, I mean, that dude's a legend. He'll always be a legend. He's an inspiration for me. So to see him do that, I mean, there was no way I could have lost after that. That was insane.
That is the best 1-2 punch combo, man. It is so fun to watch you guys at
tournaments,
unreal. One after the other. Man, best of luck to you in the finals. We'll be following you, and go get it, buddy.
Let's go. Thanks.
Hey, Matt.